After the Atlanta Falcons went out and got Kirk Cousins from the Minnesota Vikings, like, okay, yes, the tampering thing, that's all going to be figured out and everything, but it doesn't matter. They got themselves a really good quarterback, and with how free agency really went down for them, I mean, like Rondale Moore, I'm so excited about him. I think that they are, even Darnell Mooney, I think is a big-time addition. Like, this offense is going to roll. Like, this offense is absolutely going to roll. The defense, I think, is going to be in a much better place, too. But today, in our latest Atlanta Falcons mock draft, we're going to make them Super Bowl contenders. Super Bowl contenders after free agency is set in, things are good to go, or at least we're going to make them contenders in the NFC South. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started here with our next Falcons mock draft. So you'll see here in our mock draft simulator, I kind of got things started out a little bit too quick, but I'm going to go back and show you the settings quick. So it's a high-speed, low-drag, 7-round mock draft here for the Atlanta Falcons. We tend to go more towards the PFF big board as opposed to the public. Care for position of value is relatively high. Also, drafting for needs is relatively high. We do like to put a little bit of randomness in there because it is the draft. Weird things happen all the time. So going to go ahead and into the draft and really just see how things go here. So off the top, Caleb Williams and Drake May, like, I don't think that's far-fetched in any way. Marvin Harrison and Malik Neighbors, I do expect there to be a running quarterbacks. Like, that is what it is. I definitely expect there to be something that kind of goes on here. And I do think that both are going to be kind of, that's just, it is what it is. But right now, like, you are in such a really good spot at 8. But the problem with 8 is, like, quarterback, I want to address that a little bit later on. Let's go Brock Bowers. Let's go another top tight end, right? No, I'm just kidding. I want to trade down, though. Because I know the Vikings are going to want to trade. Well, in this particular scenario, I do think the Vikings would be trading up for 3 and 4. So there might be some other wide receivers and stuff available here. Maybe even Byron Murphy, which I wouldn't have a problem with in the top 5. But I'm going to go ahead. I actually want to trade down. I'm not going to do it with the Vikings because they just took Kirk Cousins, and that's not going to be pretty between the two. But not in the NFC South. I think the Raiders. We'll trade up with the Raiders. We'll let you take your quarterback. So 8, you got to give me a 2, 2-4. To be able to trade down a couple spots here. So 2-4 to trade down 5 spots, I think is more than fair. And they move up for Jane Daniels. Makes sense. And then the Vikings, they got Jerzon Newton. So it is what it is there. But we're still back in the second round. We're going to have back-to-back picks there. And we're back in the third. We're already back in the third. But so right now, at 13, I think that Jared Verse is going to be so much fun in the NFL. Like, he's honestly, Dallas Turner went to the Broncos right before that. So it is what it is there. Cooper DeJean falls to you at 13. There's no way. I mean, it could happen, but you're also going to be back. Who's going to be there at 43 and 44? Because you need D-end. You definitely need Chop Robinson, Darius Robinson. I'm okay with that. So if either one of them is there, that's fine. I'm going Cooper DeJean. You get such a special athlete in Cooper DeJean here. Like, you cross off corner right away. Yeah, I love it. So, Braden Fisk. Yes. Okay. Isaac's there. Yeah, I'm going to go Fisk, and then I'm going to go with Isaac. So we immediately take care of edge, we take care of defensive tackle, and we take care of corner with our very first 3 picks here. So now we're back into the third round. We can start having some fun with this. So honestly, if there's a third-round quarterback here that we like, I wouldn't have a problem with it. Michael Pratt is there, is what it is there. And honestly, I mean, with this, you could probably trade back up into the first round. Like, you'll have the ammo, 2 seconds, 2/3. You can make something happen there. Balin Trice is a lot of fun, too. Like, I understand that Walker from North Carolina is fun. Brandon Dorlus, Javon Baker. Max Melton's a lot of fun. I'm going to go Max Melton here, and I'm going to go Baker and hope to God that Max Melton is back. Because if Max Melton is back, he went to that's fine. But Andrew Phillips here is a great consolation prize. I think, you double down on corner. You don't need to worry about it anymore. Things are good to go there. And you can really just go BPA from here. So, yes, you've taken care of edge, corner, wide receiver, D tackle. I would like a late round quarterback, maybe even a linebacker. Tommy Eichenberg. Who's there at quarterback? So Jordan Travis is there, Joe Milton. He might be there at 143, 148, 187, one of those. So I'm okay with kind of letting this one go. But Tommy Eichenberg, to me, I mean, I think he can run. I think he can cover. I think he can do a lot of different things for you. I think it makes some sense. So late round linebacker here, or at least in the 4th round, Eichenberg is going to be a lot of fun. And I think he can do some different things for you. Christian Boyd's a stud too, by the way. I don't really want to double down on D tackle. I really, really don't. Taj Washington, J.D. Birchland. Let's see, linebacker, quarterback. Who do we got? Who's there at quarterback? Nobody. Nobody. Okay, Braylon Allen. Like, I know the Falcons. No, I'm not going to go that route. I do like me some Christian Boyd, though. Like, I understand that defensive tackle, you've kind of secured it, and you don't necessarily need to worry about it, but I might double down on edge, to be honest with you. Who's there an edge? I'm going to double down. I'm going Christian Boyd because we're really making this. We're going to make this, in corner too. Now we've already doubled down. So I'm going to go D-end here, or I might just go Joe Milton, say F it. I'll go Joe Milton. Joe Milton, he's got an arm for days, and maybe put him behind for Kirk Cousins for a year or two, maybe see what he can do. I think it makes some sense. Solomon Beard, yes. Okay, so we doubled down on edge, D tackle, and all that stuff. Tip Raymond's there. Hunter Norzad's there. Nathan Thomas. Who's BPA? Tyrone Tracy. Like, running back's not a need. Like, you're fine. You don't need to draft another running back. Nathan Thomas is there. Honestly, like, some O-line help wouldn't be the worst. Do we do it? Javian Cohen's there. I'm going to go Nathan Thomas. He's been one of my favorite guys in this draft. Like, I think he's an athletic freak. I think, yes, he's a small school guy, but he can at least be a serviceable backup that you get in the 6th round. I think it makes some sense. And so, kind of seeing how this whole thing wrapped up, I think this would be pretty good. So right off the bat, you trade down from 8 to 13 with the Raiders. You get a 2 and a 5 for it. So then you're back into the 2nd round for back-to-back picks. So right off the bat, Cooper DeJean there at 13 makes a lot of sense. I don't know that he falls that far because he's one of the more athletically gifted corners in this class. But then Braden Fisk. So these big three right here. So Cooper DeJean, Braden Fisk, and Adisa Isaac coming up out of Penn State. Like, those big three starting out, I think, are going to be fantastic. So I know we're going to get some flag for this Javon Baker pick, but I really like Javon Baker. I've had a draft crush on him this entire time, and I know you are stacked at wide receiver. I get that. But at some point, like some of these other guys like Rondell Moore and all them, like they're going to run out of their rookie contracts. Like Darnell Mooney, like I know he just got a new contract, but Javon Baker's a lot of fun. Like he's just almost too good to pass up at this point. And then Andrew Phillips here, getting him in the 3rd round. He doesn't even need to like really start right away. You got DeJean who can come in right away, and you got some really other talented corners on your roster. But Phillips, I think, is a very good natural fit there for the Falcons. Tommy Eichenberg, so linebacker, like late round linebacker. I think this is a guy that could develop into a starter and be something special down the line. So it makes a lot of sense. Christian Boyd here, like, I just want you to imagine Christian Boyd on that D-line with the guys like Grady Jarrett and all that. Like, this is just unfair because Christian Boyd can take up double teams. He's strong at the point of attack. Like, he's just going to be solid. And then Joe Milton, the 3rd. So I get the thing here with Joe Milton. Like, he can throw the ball like 10 miles. I just question his accuracy. Like, he wasn't that good at Tennessee, but maybe if he gets behind Kirk Cousins, who, I mean, he did kind of, in a way, look to kind of help out some of his other quarterbacks here in Minnesota to a degree. So maybe if he learns behind Kirk Cousins for a year or two, maybe he could be something. Who knows? Solomon Beard here, doubling down on edge, because again, I do think that, yes, I know you've got some studs there, like Arnold Ebike, good Lord help me. But you've got some guys that are on the edge, but I think it never hurts to get a good prospect like Beard. I think he could do a lot of things for you. And then Nathan Thomas, mainly again, because I've really liked how he's come along in the draft process, and I think he could be something special down the line, or at least just be a high-end backup there that you got in the 6th round. But that is it. That is our latest Atlanta Falcons mock draft. Let us know what you guys think and how things ended up. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, all that wonderful stuff down below. But let us know what you guys think about our latest Atlanta Falcons mock draft.